Hey, I'm Glenn Marie. I'm doing my report on how I became a model, the step-by-step, I guess, process of how I got to where I am today. The reason I'm doing this is because a few girls, maybe 2 a week since I was 20, have been asking me like on Facebook how I did it, and not to be rude, but I did it on my own and I don't feel like I should help anyone. Otherwise, they wouldn't end up doing what I did. Although, it would be nice, so now that I have a video that I am mandatory to do, I figure I can just send them this link to YouTube, they can watch it and hopefully learn something from it, and I don't have to be such a bitch anymore. So the first thing I ever did was working for a custom motorcycle company called Bourgette's Custom Motorcycles. They're out of Arizona. I actually was their t-shirt girl. A friend of a friend hooked me up and I just sold t-shirts for them at functions and fairs and that kind of thing, wherever they'd set up. And somebody walked by and asked if I would pose on the motorcycle with the shirts on, and I had never done that before. I saw the girls there doing it. I didn't know that they are called promo girls or spokesmodels or things like that, but I posed awkwardly, I'm sure. After that, somebody asked me if I had known what OMP is. I will show you a clip of that. Now, after I set up an OMP account, there was a few people that hit me up asking me to shoot. Of course, at this stage, you are approached by amateurs. You don't really know who's a good photographer, who isn't, because you're not aware of what to look for. I didn't even get into it enough to go and do research. I kind of just winged it and did it for fun. I wasn't getting paid. So after shooting with a few companies, a few photographers, I guess something was submitted to FHM, and I got to be on FHM's online beach beauty. So that was my first, I guess, real modeling thing. I didn't get paid, but it was awesome to put that on my resume. And here's a picture of that. The next thing that I wanted to go through were some pros and cons to my modeling career. This obviously doesn't pertain to everyone considering the type of modeling they're in. I didn't choose what direction I was going. I kind of let it just happen. As I said before, I never did this for money at the beginning. I did it because it made me feel good. It got a lot of attention, and growing up not looking as cute as everyone else in class, it was, you know, a breath of fresh air to get the attention. So I'll show you a few pictures of what I looked like all through my younger years and up to when I started modeling.
The things that they did, they set out to scare the living shit out of me. They can care less as long as someone will bleed. So darken your clothes, I'll strike a violent pose. Maybe even leave you alone, but not me. Oh, yeah.
Because I have, I guess, the body shape of athletic and a little bit curvaceous, I was automatically put in a bikini type photography and a little bit of risque stuff. That also got me doing things a little faster than I wanted to, but at the time I didn't really realize what this could have done for me. If you have the body type to be able to do runway or something other than bikini and stuff, I would totally do that, and that has different requirements, which don't ever shoot implied, don't ever look like you're being seductive. Anything that you wouldn't do in front of your parents, don't do it. Especially if you want to be signed to a company. Most companies want you as virgin as possible. They don't want your photos everywhere. Even speaking for Playboy, as risque as that company is, if they see that you've been posted anywhere implied or nude or something like that, you're already tainted. You aren't something that they want in their magazine. They want fresh girls, they want innocent girls, and they can taint them themselves.
What not to do if you want to make your modeling career last as long as possible. Do not wing it. Do not shoot risque nude. Do not shoot alone. If a photographer says you can't bring an escort, then don't go. Do not ignore your gut instinct. Never shoot at someone's house. Never shoot without a model release. Do not shoot implied until you have had a few years' experience. I say this because you may change your mind later, or a photographer may shoot a slip-up without your knowledge. Do not expect any model to give any advice, warn you, or give out their agent manager's info. Do not give in to harsh or rude comments from friends or family. As long as you are modeling for you and shooting tasteful photos, there's no reason for people to be mean unless they are jealous. Do not be catty with other models.
What I think started the base of my career was working for a company called Teasum Bikinis. They hit me up on MySpace, so that was a while ago, and they told me we would be going to the Playboy Mansion as a party for one night. We'll be put up in a mansion in Beverly Hills. They feed us great. They shoot for 2 days, starting at like 5 in the morning. You get hair and makeup. They supply you with their bikinis, and their bikinis are very small. They're like thongs. Some of them are see-through. And because I was so excited, I didn't step back to realize that this is going to basically decide what type of model I would be for the rest of my career. Although it was a great experience, I got to shoot with many amazing photographers. One really important thing in modeling is obviously what you look like physically. I was lucky enough to be born with most of what I have now. Both my parents have amazing bodies, and I've had a lot of people ask me how I get my body, what do I do? My mom's sticking me in ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop. I was in gymnastics from age 2 on up, being state champion. So that's 6 hours a day almost sometimes for gymnastics. I then transferred to doing cross country and track, and I've just kept like extremely physical my entire life. So now the hard part is just staying fit. I did have a few times where I got off track, but everybody does, and you can always bring it back. Just remember that cellulite never goes away. Fat cells shrink, they don't go anywhere. It's about 8 o'clock on a Friday night. It's so lame. I'm gonna go to the gym instead of going out because at 25 years old, I've realized that if I want to continue modeling, I have to work my butt off in the gym and not drink. So by doing 8 hours of homework all day today, and then going to the gym instead of going out, it's making it easier to, you know, keep my body in shape, and hopefully I'm not one of those girls who show up to a shoot with cellulite and things on their bodies that didn't show up in a picture that they photoshopped. It's always been a pet peeve of mine with models, not showing up to a shoot looking as I thought they would, or as the photographer thought they would, and getting away with it is the worst part. Is if you do the type of modeling I do, which I'm a promo girl, print, I do a lot of commercials, hosting. I've been acting since I was little. My mom got me in acting when I was like 6 or something. I've done calendars, skate decks, obviously tons of bikini companies. This is all fun, but the way I get it all is by hustling on the internet. I mean, it's all done via internet. It's not really mandatory to have an agent or a manager for modeling. If you can do it, there's no reason to give somebody a percentage when they're barely doing anything for you, especially when you could do it all so easily. Companies like Push Models, Nikki's Angels, Action Models, there's so many out there. I use all of them. None of them are contracted. They have their own contract, obviously, but it doesn't say anywhere that you can't work with other companies. There are people like Jägermeister who, if you sign with them, or Playboy, you sign with them, you are stuck with them. You can't do anything else. like to keep you branded. So that's a good thing too if you want to do that for a couple years and then, you know, opt out so that you could try other things. But the advantage of what I do is I'm able to use these sites to grab work whenever I want to. I can say no to anything, but this also means you need to go to those websites daily and be looking for opportunities, apply for those opportunities, and wait for an email back. They will never email you and say you didn't get the job, but as long as you've got yourself, you know, constantly looking, you should be able to stay pretty busy unless your photos just aren't up to par, they don't show you well. This could be an issue if you're like me and you're a chameleon and you look different in every photo, and maybe I would have got the job with one photo but I sent them this one, and that's, you know, just a risk you're gonna have to take. Modeling doesn't pay very much at all. It's all about exposure and using the exposure to your benefit. It's very important to promote yourself and market yourself using the past like opportunities that you've had. I realize that unless you hustle constantly and work your butt off, you won't be able to keep your modeling career where you want it, or where it's going to be making money. So it is a lot of work. I know they say modeling looks easy, but if you don't have a manager or an agent and you're trying to do it all on your own so you can make 100% of the profit, you're going to be working a lot. You're going to be searching a lot. You're going to be applying a lot, submitting, shooting as much as possible so that you're always up to date with your portfolio, and, you know, making the right decisions, because one wrong decision could turn your entire career in a different direction that you wanted to go, or in a better direction. But either way, it's a lot of work. And don't forget about personality. It's not all about your looks.
So, no more lingerie football, but we have a new sport.
Why, are they locked out too?
Well, yeah, they might be. We have lingerie basketball. They're not in their lingerie at the moment because it's just the tryouts and everything. But we talked to a bunch of them about, you know, some of the benefits of playing in lingerie. And
you know, you stay a little cooler.
That's
less clothing, less sweating and heat. Show off more of your body parts.
Mm-hmm. And then we asked if the decisions to make the team are based on your looks or your skill.
I mean, I think it's a mix of both. Look good, play decent, show good sportsmanship, and that's what they're looking for. And no one ruined our faces.
You see the girls playing in the background. It looks like they're really playing basketball. So this could be something that's really good.
Boy, this is the NWA's dream.
Yeah.
Or the
NWA.
The WBA. The WNBA.
They would appreciate this as well.
NWA was something completely different.
Yeah, wasn't it? I guess.
Yeah.
Oops.
Best of luck to y'all. Thank you very much.